doing? Just sitting back here in the backyard, just enjoying this beautiful day. Got my cup of mojos and just sitting back here, just thinking about today. And, I've been thinking lately about, upcoming sermons or something like that, or putting together sermons to be able to speak in churches. And there's this verse that it is a verse that it's probably a verse that really changed my life. That really just opened my eyes to and helped me see stuff in a way that I've never really looked at things or saw things before. And uh, a man by the name of Claude Townsend, um, just a tremendous man of God who really blessed my life and really poured a lot of his life into me. He shared this verse with me like the very first time that I've met him. And it's Ephesians 2:10. And this is what it says. It says, "For we are God's masterpiece." First of all, I want you to think of what is a masterpiece. A masterpiece is something that is priceless. It's the Monets. It's those Mona Lisas. It's those things that are priceless. You can't put a value on them. That is a masterpiece. And that's what God says about you. It's what he says about me, is that we are his masterpiece. We are a masterpiece. When he looks at us, he says, you are priceless. There's no value I could place on you. He says he has created us anew in Christ Jesus. He says so we can do the good things that he planned for us long ago. See, if you kind of take like Hayden, he has this Lego box in his room here, and it has a great picture on the outside. It's just like doing one of these Star Wars Death Star ship things, and it's an incredible picture, and it looks amazing until you open the box and you see all the pieces. But there is an instruction manual on how to put it all together, but there's all these pieces. And you see, a lot of times that's the way you and I, we see this picture, we go, wow, that's amazing. But when you look inside, there's a whole bunch of pieces. And those pieces represent, that's our that's our trials, that's our giftedness, that's our experiences, that's our talents, that's our all of our other experiences. That's all the pieces. And the manual we have to put those pieces together is the Bible. Because you see, what we believe about who we are has a massive impact on how your purpose is lived out. What you believe about who you are. And if you believe that you're something other than a masterpiece, then unfortunately, a lot of us, we're going to miss the purpose that God created for us. We're going to be looking at someone else's box and trying to figure out how to put my pieces together by looking at somebody else's box. And it's not going to work. It's just not going to come out right. Because see, too often you and I, we are out here and we're looking up in the sky. We're looking for that big sign to come down to tell us what we're made for, to give us what's our purpose. What's our purpose-driven life? What's our life? Are we looking for the sign? We're looking for a sign to come down from heaven. The thing is, when we do that, we miss all those little moments that are right in front of us. All those little pieces that are right there in front of us. We miss those. And so here's the great thing. God uses fractured pieces, the mess ups, the screw ups, all the other ups. He uses all those things in our lives to create this beautiful mosaic. He puts it all together and he creates this beautiful mosaic that can be used for what? To display his goodness and his purpose. You see, I struggled a lot with knowing, what am I supposed to do? What's my purpose? Why am I here? Why am I even alive? God, why did you save me from cancer? Why did you heal me of cancer? Why did you save me from that car wreck? And I admit to you, I struggled. And there's days that I still struggle. But I always go back and I always hear Claude's voice in my head telling me, you are a masterpiece. Never forget that. But God has a plan. He has a purpose for us. We know that. Jeremiah 29:11 tells us that. And so I want to encourage you today. You may be struggling. then you may be like I do sometimes, look at somebody else's box and try to put all my pieces together. But know this, God has a plan, God has a purpose. And no matter how big the purpose is, no matter how small it is, that doesn't matter. It's all about being obedient and doing what God's called you to do and using your gifts and your talents that God has given you to glorify Him. And if we do those things, man, our life is blessed and we can live an incredible life. So quit looking at everybody else's box. Pay attention to your own box and listen to what God is telling you and how God is leading you. And I guarantee you, man, life will be awesome. Life will be great. Hey, I want to give a quick shout out. Hey, if you haven't already done so, do me a favor. Go to Mark Evanson's Marketplace on Facebook. I'll put a link down below. I'll put a link there for you to go to and check out his walking sticks. I'm telling you, yesterday, Julie and I were in Lukenbach, and guess what I saw? Saw a lady with a walking stick. And so we all need them. You know, it's just awesome to have. And I tell you what, Mark builds them, all handmade, but he builds them with love. He builds them with just compassion. He is a wonderful man. And I'm telling you what, you will be blessed by having one of his walking sticks. So go down, check out his walking sticks. Hey, and get one. Hey, love you. See you next week. Have a great day. See ya.